Good evening, good afternoon in this weird, wild, wacky world of ours, and welcome to another exciting installment of World of Darkness, Kansas. This afternoon or this evening scene will take place at the Fairview. Take place at the Fairview Manor, the home of Triori Apaluda, as he has asked a number of changelings to attend on him this afternoon, so that they may discuss the possibilities and plans and plots and machinations that might very shortly be occurring throughout the barony of festivals. So we shall join the scene as one of our newcomers makes their way to, or one of our invited guests makes their way towards the manor house. So whoever wants to go first, I guess. And who am I kidding? There was no invite. It was just literally basically a Thorin and the Dwarves style. We're going on an adventure. Meet here for adventure plot. There was no arrangement. Continue.
I'll go first, I guess, if everyone's cool with that. Kieran's gonna ride up on his tiny ass scooter, cause fucking poor shit. Dressed it's kind of in his means kind of like a regular tunic, some pants and stuff. Nothing really fancy or anything. Looking obviously like a red cap. Yeah, white hair, all that shit, grayish skin, all that good stuff. Then we'll roll up to the manor, just kind of walk up to the door, and knock on the front door.
This young lady will open the door and she'll say, "Now, excuse me, I've already told you, if you're a Jehovah's Witness, please kindly fuck up." Oh no, you're not a Jehovah's Witness. Hello.
Hi, I called earlier. I had heard something about an adventure in the deep dreaming or something.
Oh, right, yeah. Please come in. My name is Elizabeth. Is there anything I can get you while you wait? If I may say, you have rather excellent hair. Get you while you wait.
And some water would be nice, please.
Okay, cool. She will proceed to walk you into a kind of a pseudo. It's like a very, very plush sitting room. You know, so there are very large, kind of deep chairs and whatever else have you. And she will get you a glass of water, and we will get the next person to join.
Okay. Cecilia will show up. She'll go around to the back, and she'll try to find an open window.
All the windows are closed.
She's gonna fucking open it.
Okay, make me a Dex larceny to open the window.
Yup. Fucking rolls room for this thing. Oh god, where is that sheet? Where did I put her sheet? Oh, there it is. Why do I have two sheets for it? Okay. Okay, anyway. I got 3 successes. Wow. 3 successes on a 9 dice roll. Hate my life.
Okay. You successfully pry open the window.
And she's just gonna fly in.
As you, however, pry open the window, an alarm starts to ring.
She don't care. She's going in.
Very casually, basically without breaking her stride, Elizabeth will close the window and turn off the alarm. She just kind of she apparently doesn't care the fact you just broke in. She's like, hello, Miss Cece. Can I interest you in a drink?"
Nah, I'm good. I had something before I came here.
We do have a front door, you know. It's rather lovely and opens.
Yeah. But you see, that's boring.
I can't fault your logic. Anyway.
Yep, doors are boring.
By the way, Kim, which dice roll are you using?
I use the rolls room.
Which one do?
There's only like one, I think.
I think there might be two. Can you link it to me just in the chat? Thank you. Very well. In that case, you will be led to the same sitting room and where the red cap is sitting, and be kindly asked to please take a seat.
Yeah, she's just gonna start flying around the room.
Of course.
Cause I have to do this. Is there anything that looks kind of valuable in the room?
There's quite a nice clock on the mantelpiece.
You know what? Screw it. She'll steal the clock.
Okay.
6 successes if my specialty in sleight of hand works.
Yep, that clock goes in your bag.
Oh yeah. Describe.
You can just see under the clock written, crafted by Mr. Nathan Adams. It's a joke that very few people will get.
Just to describe CC for the people who haven't seen her, she's itty bitty, like pushing 5 feet, if that. She's, other than that, she looks relatively like she does. Her famine and whatnot looks relatively similar to her. Forgot what they call it. Her other one, the Grey World one. Except she has a pair of dragonfly wings, and if she ever takes off her hat, her ears are pointed. But she rarely ever takes off her hat. So all it is a mess of curly hair.
Okay. Next person up. Come on, come on.
Okay, I guess I will go. A nice little sedan pulls up into the driveway and parks somewhere. And this guy just gets out, walks up. It's my satyr. I'm pretty sure all of you have met him. If not, he's fair-skinned, dark hair, has vestigial horns, and looks out of place to the mortals around. And he walks up to the door and gives a nice knock about 3 times and waits.
The door will open after you finish the second knock, as Elizabeth says, "Yes, and how may I help you, sir? Oh my god, you've got goat legs. Those are adorable. How are you, sir?"
At which point I'll kind of just look down and making sure that my seeming hadn't slipped even more than I've had, and look back up with a blush and say, "I'm doing fine, thank you."
Wonderful. I take it that you're here for the meeting.
I give a curt nod and say, yes, I am. I'm supposed to go off to the deep briefing?
Yes, yes. May I offer you some kind of refreshment?
I nod and say, tea and cucumbers would be nice.
Excellent. Somebody who has taste. She will lead you into the same sitting room, where there is a fairy buzzing around with my stolen clock in her bag. And a red cat. Who hasn't tried to eat the furniture. Wow, the pixie has less manners than the red cat. This is a statement.
She can't even help it, man. That flaw, though.
Okay.
Well, the klepto flaw.
No,
Yeah.
the pixie have their kith flaw is anything shiny goes in a pocket.
Well, it's
Yeah,
not
so the clock-
anything shiny. But basically, it's like without being consciously aware of what they're doing, stuff just ends up in their bags if they think it looks kind of cool.
Right.
You okay?
If no one objects, at this point, the door to the sitting room will swing open. And on the first thing you will see is a set of steps, wooden steps, look antique. They're about 1 meter high, maybe 2 meters. It's hard to tell because they extend. And they've been pushed on wheels. And as they're pushed past you, you notice a small man about 3 feet tall pushing them along. stops, pushes up the stairs, walks up, starts dusting where the clock was. Where's
As
the
he starts
clock
pushing them
from?
around, Elizabeth will walk in and sigh and apologize to the group, saying he doesn't like people picking him up, so he likes to be handy capable.
Be quiet, Miss Martin. I'm ensuring this place is properly clean.
Yes, I'm sure that you are. Not like that's my job or anything like that. Oh no.
If it was, you aren't doing a good enough job.
Oh, in the professional pride. It hurts. It bleeds.
And so it should. In my day, you'd have been whipped.
I would like to point out, so technically in this day and age I can be whipped. I just have to consent to it, and we have to have a safe word.
The satyr will
They've
kind of
changed
just
the law.
chuckle and eat a cucumber slice.
Yeah. If you all would like to follow me, please. I can give you a piggyback, Mr. Ironright, if you'd like.
No, just make sure the seat steps are in place. And down a small set of movable stairs.
No.
Cece's gonna look at Corey and say, "Can I have a piggyback ride?"
I kind of just shrug and kind of kneel down on, or kind of just kneel down or squat and let you.
Yes. And she's gonna climb
Uh,
on.
You'll see Lucy slip past from one of the corners and into view. Coco!
I'll kind of just wave while gripping one of Cece's legs with my hand.
To those who haven't seen Lucy, she is like in the dreaming. It's not as noticeable, but you can tell her ears look a little bit more lifelike as her tail. But in reality, she has ears and a tail as well. They might as well just be like a prop or whatever. She usually wears like a hooded dress, but if you look very closely, her ears twitch and move.
And Henry will just lean close to it, like gesture to Elizabeth. Down here.
Elizabeth calmly kneels down. Yes, sir.
Remove the rabbit stew from the menu.
I beg your pardon, sir?
Remove the damn rabbit stew.
As you wish, sir. She will basically pick up the rabbit and, casually shrug and say, "Now you know that you're not meant to interrupt the master's meeting."
But I said I wanted to join, and I know about the dreaming too.
Yeah.
At which point
You
I'll
can
say,
see her.
"Oh, come now. Why can't she join? She might know more about the dreaming than any of us do."
Because that is the master's wishes.
She walks over to Traori and she looks at Traori and says,
Priori's not there.
"Oh, he's not?
No.
Oh.
Okay. Elizabeth will sigh and place Lucy down on the ground, and he'll say, "You and I will have a conversation about this later, young miss. But we'll walk to." Basically, she will lead you down to a very, very well lit and very extravagantly furnished hall. You see pictures of various different scenes from human history painted, from the Battle of Waterloo to the Battle of Poitiers, the signing of the Magna Carta to the siege of Leningrad. Until she leads you to a large double door. It is a very, very heavy oaken door. However, as you pass, all of you sense almost... No, there are no John Trubnell paintings. You sense. I know. You sense as you walk towards the door. There is something about this door that feels innately wrong to each of you, and any of you who've been in the presence of cold iron can feel the great rivets and locks that are on the door composed of that dread substance. Before Elizabeth very calmly opens the door and swings it wide for you all, and you see this room in front of you. Because I have pictures of this thing.
Just for you all to be aware, if any of you are paying attention, the Boggin positions himself exactly dead center as he walks to the doors, as if he's terrified of being too close to either door.
The Elizabeth will bow her head to the collective, and she will say, "My master will be with you shortly. I will bring some refreshments for you all. If there's anything you require, I am at your service as long as you are guests beneath my master's roof."
Well, thank you for your services. Let's kind of say awkwardly.
She will smile, and she'll kind of very playfully, like, she won't fix your hair exactly, but she'll just kind of stroke it absentmindedly as she leaves. She's just like, ooh. She's really effing peculiar. But yes, the room itself is heavy with glamour, heavy with magic. You see the books and the shelves occasionally move and change position. All of the paintings in here are very animated, so they will move and look at you as you enter with inken eyes. As you know, the magical parlor lies heavy. There are several books open on plinths at various different pages, all of them written in strange languages, many of which of them, unless you use certain arts, you simply cannot understand. But there's also a large desk and many comfortable chairs for you to seat yourself in.
Lucy will quietly pull out a chair and she'll sit down, like off in a corner. She's being pretty quiet, which is a little strange for her, but...
Oh.
Karen's just find a chair and sit down. It'll get comfy.
I do hope a voice comes from the upper level of the library, and you see this figure leaning over. I do hope I did not keep you too long, gentlemen and lady.
It took forever.
Ah, my apologies, Miss Cece.
I thought we were gonna die in that room.
If it helps, you would have at least died with excellent tea.
She'll shrug.
Traore makes his way down the spiral staircase. Question for those of you who have not met him face to face. Mostly, this is a tiger. Is your character at all familiar with Arthurian legend? It's up to you, and if he is or if he isn't.
Kind of. Like, I mean, you probably oh yeah, there's a guy called Arthur and Lancelot and Merlin and
Oh,
Excalibur and shit.
in that case, you're looking at Merlin.
Oh, neat.
As in, he radiates wisdom and power, and that name just sticks to him.
Gotcha.
But he will smile at the gathered, and he will say, "Welcome to my humble home. My name is Traore Apeluda, at your service."
I'll sit down. I'll kneel again before sitting down to let Cece off, and if she gets off, I will sit next to Lucy.
Yeah, when you guys enter the room, she'll just kind of fly off and kind of poke the side of his head and say, "You know, you don't have to kneel down. I can fly."
I know it's more of respect and considerate. Me trying to be considerate.
Well, thank you. It's very nice.
At around this point, Lucy will, well, not Lucy, but Around this point, Elizabeth will re-enter the room with a large, with a large serving trolley upon which is piled high many different cakes and pies, and biscuits, along with fresh tea. There is a decanter of wine and a decanter of port, and coffee and other things. So she will say, "May I offer anyone something to eat or drink, ladies, gentlemen?"
I'll take a few of the harder cakes and a cup of coffee and proceed to dip the hard cakes into the coffee and eat them.
Very good. I'm glad that you vocalized everything you were planning to do to my hard cakes. Thank you for that.
Lucy says kind of quietly, I would just like some milk.
She will give you a glass of milk. And what about you? She says, looking at the red cap. I'm led to understand you can literally eat anything.
I can, but that doesn't mean I particularly want to.
Oh, dang. She kind of snaps her fingers.
I kind of give Elizabeth a side-eyed look with a wry grin on my face.
You know what I meant. She will actually give you a fist bump as she walks out of the room.
I will reciprocate that.
Now then, Traori says as he sits down behind his desk. There is a great task ahead of me. One that I figured that I should get as much aid with as is possible. Henry, would you mind going to my safe and bringing me the map, please?
As you like. You're thinking, you know what? Like, steps, you actually using a cane to help himself up. Slightly too short to make the steps. Takes a good 5 minutes. Comes back down. Back on table. There you go.
Thank you.
Now I'm going to have a lie down. So a step smaller.
Very well. There's the chaise longue over there. I will, however, require your opinions of in the next. He looks down at his pocket watch. 10 minutes or so, so try to stay relatively conscious.
I can shout my opinions from the couch.
Excellent. That's,
Walks over, gulps a load of water.
that's all that anyone ever asked. Very well. So, he says as he unfurls the map onto the table, you see a very old document written on vellum. So, for those of you who are not aware, vellum was the precursor to paper as we know it. It was made from the innards of sheep and other animals.
Calf and kid skin mostly.
Thank you. But he will unfurl it onto the desk. You see basically what amounts to a lot of various different places, identities, different handwriting scrolls all over it. It's essentially a whole lot of absolute nonsense on a page that looks like it could have been a map, except vast chunks of it are missing. And he says, you see, a very long time ago, I had a staff. One of those treasures that can literally change the world if you use it properly. However, for some reason, and I can't remember why, I gave it up and I locked it away in a place I can't remember and defended it in ways I can no longer recall for a time when I would need to come back and reclaim it. I happen to believe now is the rough time when I have to go back for it. So, I'm gathering together a motley in order to try and assail the fortress, as it were, to try and reclaim lost treasures and artifacts of our kind. So that is why I've asked you all here. Seems relatively simple, right?
Whenever someone says those words, I feel an instinctive desire to run away.
Fortunately, you've got really short legs.
Didn't say I would run far.
Finding a lost artifact somewhere in the dreaming where you don't even know where it's at. Oh, this is gonna be easy, huh?
You're starting to get to the reason I said I want to run away, my dear.
I have a rough idea where it is. As I said, I placed it somewhere I knew I could find again. Unfortunately, I'm not exactly sure what I left to guard it, which is the main reason I have asked for the assemblage. I am, however, quite willing and able to pay for assistance if the value of being in the tail is not good enough.
You know I don't need any money. I mean, you've already done so much for me.
I also know you're not going.
Uh, but I know I know a lot about the dreaming. Please.
And
I
what
want to go
kind?
back.
And I'm not bringing a childer into certain death and danger with me, not just for your protection, but also for ours.
So it's certain death. I am sure they didn't want to hear that.
I said near certain death, or if I didn't, I meant to.
Besides, being a child doesn't mean that I'm weak. Sometimes childers are really strong.
Are you a troll? You hear that shouted from the couch.
No.
Are you 6'5"?
Maybe.
Somehow I doubt this.
Well, I didn't say this before, but I might have an ability that can help you.
Unless it's instant teleporting to wherever this thing is and teleporting back, I don't think it's going to be worth the danger.
I can prevent you from dying. I have an ability that if I use it on you, you'll burn for a little bit, but you won't die.
I'm almost tempted.
There was a quirked eyebrow from Triori, but he's not going to. He's not going to say anything. He will basically turn and address the others and say, "The Baron has given this quest his blessing, so it is going to move forward anyway. I merely wish to negotiate with those who are interested for what they consider to be a fair rate for their time. Such as you, sir," he'll say, inclining his head towards the not the knocker, towards the red cap. You and I have never met. My apologies, I don't know your name.
Karen Winger. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, you will also. It's a pleasure to meet you as well. Are you freshly arrived in Kansas, sir?
Yes, sir.
And where is it you hail from?
I'm from New York.
How interesting. Well, why is it that you want a place in this story?
I have dreams mostly. It's something I'd prefer to discuss in private if possible.
He will nod and he will say, "Very well. Of course. We shall have a conversation, you and I, when the others have left. How does that sound?"
That'd be appreciated. Thank you, sir.
But yes, as I've said, if monetary recompense is what you wish, I am more than happy to do so. If you wish dross, he'll very casually remove a large sack from his belt and kind of place it down on the table. It can be arranged. Do I have any questions before I continue? I would ask, and he will say, taking his seat again and looking at the others, what skills it is you feel that you would bring to such an endeavor as this? And he will look first at the satyr. What skills do you bring to this little endeavor of ours, Mister? Is it Roscoe or Russo, or how does he pronounce his last name?
Roscoe.
And what skills do you feel you bring to this endeavor, Mr. Roscoe?
Well, I'm quite hardy. I'm no stranger to a fight, and even though I'm just learning the different arts, I know quite a bit that could be helpful.
Hang on, if that is indeed the case, give me a moment. Joey, do you want to enter?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that was. You misunderstood. So there's a knock at the door of the
Okay.
kitchen.
This young lady will answer the door. Hello, and how can I help you, sir?
Galador will incline us that he's in relaxed clothes for a she. He says, yes, I was led to understand there's a meeting here today. Can you hear me?
Quirks an eyebrow and she says, yes, sir, absolutely. Yes, can you not hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. And I'll just say, I was here to attend if your employer would have the assistance
She
of
will
myself.
casually shrug and she'll say, by all means, sir. Would you like to follow me? I'll bring you straight down to where the meeting is taking place.
He'll nod and follow her.
Okay. She will lead you down through the house, through the doors that are covered in cold iron, and into the library. There's a late comer for you, my lord. There's a late comer for you, my lord, she'll say, and casually step out of the room. Oh, how interesting. Good afternoon, sir.
He'll give a short bow. Are you all right?
You here to discuss the possibility of joining us on our little endeavor?
He nods. That I am.
How interesting.
I need the rolls from.
Hmm?
I'm gonna do a perception empathy on that.
What are you perception empathy?
That the comment interesting comment. Just 2 successes.
I'm not going to oppose that. I'm trying to think how he feels. Amusement would probably be the not amusement, more kind of bemusement. He's bemused by the comment. You see, where are my manners? We met so briefly. Allow me to do the formal introductions as they are my guests. My name is Sir Triori Apaluda. This is my faithful retainer, Henry Ironright. He'll say, gesturing to the Boggin, who's catatonic in the corner. Of course, I don't know if you have encountered Mr. Corey Roscoe. My ward, Miss Lucy. And Tiger, sorry, since you don't have your name bar up, what was your character name?
Kieran Winger.
And Mr. Kieran Winger. Of course, I know that you're already well acquainted with Miss CC.
He nods, and he'll give a formal greeting to the others, but he ignores Cece.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Real quick, Evan, this is the library's 2-story, isn't it?
Yeah, the library's 2 stories.
Okay. Well then when she got into the room, like way earlier, she probably flew up onto the 2nd-story banister and is just chilling there.
Okay. You see, I'm faced, sir, with a conundrum.
He simply is watching, waiting for Triori to continue.
Okay. I do believe it was phrased best by someone else yesterday, or the day before yesterday, when they said, as to this quest, Miss CC has already agreed to be one of our compatriots upon the road, and yet you have sworn to end her life. This is not exactly easy to come to common accord.
To be honest with you, I can just stay. There are things that now that I think about it, I have someone I need to watch over anyway, so it would be best that I not leave for hours and hours, and days and weeks and weeks, and however long we're gone.
He simply inclines his head to the side, thinks for a moment. If necessary, I can provide yourself with arms and armor, but if it would inconvenience your quest, then I shall not dishonor you by reaching your quest with my own.
I have no doubt that you are a man of honor. After all, you are indeed, how to praise, both a knight and of the noblest blood, so I have no doubt that what you say is true. As for you not joining us, Madam Cece, that is of course your prerogative if you do not wish to come with us. But when it comes to arms and armor, sir, you will forgive me if I prefer those provided by Mr. Ironright here. He is rather excellent at his craft.
Waves hands.
Sorry, what was that, Anthony?
He just waves his hands, not like half-heartedly.
I'll just look over at the Boggin, nod.
To be fair, I've probably been practicing the craft for longer. Incidentally, why do you want this CC dead?
He looks over at, to the Boggin again and answers. She sided with an agent of pure banality against a baron. A baron under my protection.
Ah. So, just to double check here, you've sworn an oath to kill her. Is there a time limit on that oath?
Just shakes his head very slightly. I have all the time in the world.
So there's no reason she couldn't join us. You're not going to stab her the instant she steps outside.
Madam Cece has someone she must care for, then that is her concern to care for them.
Yeah, just thought I'd mention it.
No,
He
you
settled
are,
back into the couch.
you are of course correct in your assumption, Mr. Ironright. However, I sense as though we will require unity and we will require discipline, at least insofar as we can have both of those things. And it is best not to wave a red flag before a bull, or so the old saying goes.
Technically, it's best not to wave any sort of fly in front of a bull. They're colourblind, but motion sensitive.
I did not know that.
Yes. Colour doesn't actually matter. You could wave another bull in front of them and they'd still chase it down. So I have to admit, I would like to see a person who would wave one bull in front of the other.
Well,
Probably a troll.
I'm pretty sure Cozy or Cozen would be able to do that with ease.
I have no idea who this is.
Squire Cozen is a troll of some great stature.
I did guess it would be something along the lines of. But it would always have been funny to have heard it being, I don't know, fellow Boggin.
I've yet to see a boggin matador in my long life. Mind you, if I do ever see it, it will indeed be worth the seeing.
Hmm. There was one who tried training in Spain once. He got tripped over. As in, other people tripped over him, not he tripped over other things. Problem with being that short, I suppose.
But yes, gentlemen, needless to say, we shall be joining in the Oath of the Long Road at some point by the end of this week. And then we shall continue on with our preparations. It is our hope that we should be able to leave at some point towards the end of next week. Any questions? Wonderful. Now then, as I have said, he will motion to the red cap and he would say, to have a quick word in private, yes?
Yes, sir, if you have the time.
By all means. Would you care to step upstairs?
He'll nod and stand up, wait to be directed.
Triorian will just walk up one of the two sets of stairways up to the second floor.
He'll follow.
He will casually lean against a bookshelf and will say, "So, tell me your tale, sir."
Well, kind of had a little bit of a rough childhood growing up. Had a, was part of the Corby Red Cap gang, I don't know if you've ever read the book Oliver Twist. That's pretty much the situation I was dealing with. And I got some help from a troll who got me out of that life, inspired me to be better, and ended up falling in battle. And I'd like to follow in his footsteps, if possible. Continue on, possibly become some sort of guardsman or possibly a knight someday. But
He smiles and he says, "It is oftentimes that heroes come from the most broken of circumstances. Yet, in the end, they become great. Your mentor sounds like he was a great man."
He was very compassionate, very giving. I just kind of want to do his memory justice, if that makes sense.
So you wish to dedicate this, your first quest, to him?
Yes.
That is a very noble thought. More noble than I can assure you many of my kind come up with, and we're the ones who claim to have the right to sit on thrones. Very well. I'm more than happy to accept you. But
I appreciate the opportunity.
he will smile and kind of put his hand on your shoulder before he walks back over to the banister, making the mental note that, oh crap, CC was there. Ah, crap. He'll kind of look at her with kind of, you know, the kind of, oh crap expression for just a brief moment before his face kind of re-sheafies.
She'll give him a thumbs up.
Keep forgetting you can fly.
Yep, it's a neat little trick.
Karen's just gonna look at her, look back at Traori, look back at her.
Priori casually shrugs. He done fucked up. There's a done fucking anyway. It's all right. But he will look down at the others and say, "By all means, feel free to enjoy my hospitality for as long as you wish." If you have any requests or anything you wish before we enter the dreaming, please, Mr. Ironright will try and deal with such requests.
Again, I appreciate it.
Wonderful.
Shall we join the rest again?
Yes, by all means, he says as he makes his way back down the stairs. I am wondering, Madam Cici, how much weight can you physically lift into the air with you?
Let me check out the merit real quick. Is this it's a physical? No, it's a supernatural merit, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, because I don't think it actually says. You're better for wings. I can fly. They increase your puts loose in your coat. It doesn't say. So I'm assuming it's just whatever she can pick up.
Yeah,
So let
the
me-
general homebrew rule people go with is whatever you can lift with your strength, you can lift the same amount with your wings,
Then let me
in
look up.
addition to your own weight.
Yes. Okay. Just say about 250, give or take.
He's going to spend a willpower on this. Yep. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3. Yep. He will then casually smile and say, "Yes, I can see that you're rather excellent at lifting cuckoo clock."
She'll arch an eyebrow.
He casually points at the bag.
Yes, that's my bag. And?
That's my cuckoo clock.
Okay, oversee how's he knowing this? Like, has he got cameras or... Because she's got a pretty big bag with a whole bunch of other shit in it, so I don't think it would exactly have an outline.
Oh, I thought that it was just like in your. I thought it was just like a small bag.
No.
Okay, because it's a pretty big clock. But okay. I did roll perception alertness, but just forget that. Cool. We'll move on. But he will say, indeed. I've often found the concept of flight distasteful. Back when I used to be able to do so, I found it messed with my center of gravity.
She'll fly down, look at him, say, you know, I can fly you around for a quick moment.
I would
Don't
very
look
much
too heavy.
I would very much rather you do not, thank you.
Come on, it'll be fun.
No.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
You're picking me up, aren't you?
She's picking him up.
Oh crap. But okay, what do you do?
Does he weigh more than strength? That's the question.
Does he weigh more than strength what?
3. Because that's all the strength I have.
Well, if you can lift about 250 pounds, Priori's probably only about 175, give or take. So I'd say you can probably lift him.
It's going around for a quick spin in the room.
Please put me down.
Yep, after going around the room once, we'll shut him down.
He will brush off. his
That was
clothing.
cool.
And she'll give him a thumbs up.
He will smile and say, "It is excellent to have such freedom."
It's quite nice.
Mr. Ironright, we require to get you a pair of wings so you can stop pushing around those damnable footsteps.
It's not my fault. Boggins are not airborne creatures. We're not comfortable.
Yes, I remember the first time we had to take him on an aeroplane. It was rather tragic for all involved.
I don't have a fear of flying. I just feel comfortable with my feet on the ground.
Was it United Airlines? I can sort of see why it would be tragic then.
No, this was quite a long time ago.
Yes.
He doesn't look like an Asian doctor, so I think he'd be okay.
I believe the first time we flew was in 1923.
Planes have advanced quite a bit since then. I feel like it'd be a lot more comfortable now.
No, it is. I just refuse to fly Cessna anymore. This is damn Cessnas.
But then again, of course, we came to the Americas via ship back in the good old days. There was a time when there were passenger liners and they were great and glorious. And then that one ship had to sink and caused all that hubbub. What was it called again?
The Titanic?
Lusitania.
That's the word.
Uh,
I would
Then
like to
there
point
was
out-
that Richard. There was that airship
Very-
that ruined the Zeppelins.
Oh yes, Baron von Zeppelin. He was an interesting fellow.
Yes.
Terrible at cards.
Not very good at building non-Bunwell airships, either.
Hashtag fairy eternity is best 1.9.
Yep.
But yes, as I've said, if any of you require anything before we enter the dreaming, do see Mr. Ironright. He's rather excellent at his job.
So you're saying it's we should probably write up our last will and testament? I kind of give a half smile. You can sort of tell I'm joking.
He looks back at you and says, completely serious, "That would be an excellent idea, yes."
I scowl. The joke fell flat.
Remind me again why I'm going into the dreaming.
Because
I That's not really an answer.
Because every story needs a Samwise.
Just because I'm short doesn't mean I can't set your miserable ass on fire.
I would also like to point out for posterity, you're not just short, but you also scour the wonders that is second breakfast.
If I ever find out who stole my diary, I'm going to punch this family. All of them.
You might be punching for quite some time.
What he gets for stealing the diary of that holiday.
But yes, we are. There will be two others joining us, two trolls, who will be providing security. So, with any luck, Mr. Roscoe, you will not require your last will and testament.
Well, that's good to hear. But you can never be too careful, right?
Yeah.
Who are all my toys going to go to if I die over there?
You have toys.
I'll kind of just get a small smile on my face and say, yes, yes, like my car and, other things.
The definition of toys has changed since I was a youth.
They've invented things more advanced than the iron wheels.
Honestly, I liked the Iron Wheel. It was an innovative and novel creation.
I didn't. It kept burning me.
Fair. But yes, in that case, ladies and gentlemen, I shall leave you to whatever preparations you need to make. We shall reconvene at some point towards the beginning of next week in order to swear the oaths and to ready ourselves for the journey. Also, we should sign contracts for exactly what recompense you require when we return. And unless anyone has anything else.
Lucy will get up and walk over to Traori and kind of whisper to him. She'll say, Mr. Traori, please, it would mean so much to me if I was able to go. All I've really known is the dreaming. You knew I had my chrysalis in the dreaming.
Traori.
And she says, and I might be able to see my friends again.
Traori, for his part, will approach him, and he will say, I will make you a deal, little one. He points at the boggin lying on the sofa, and he says, if you can convince Mr. Ironwright you're old enough to go, then you may go. Ancient and honorable she-logic.
Okay.
Good luck.
Lucy immediately walks over to Mr. Ironwright.
Go on. Let's
Hello.
hear your persuasion.
Okay. So, if I came with you guys, I might be able to keep you guys healthy. I can heal. And I know how to cook.
On the first point, you have a merit, because, yes, being able to heal is helpful. But on the point of cooking, that's an instant demerit.
Well,
Also, you say you can heal. so you're a mech. Is that a fair assessment?
Yes. And no. I mean, you could say I'm a medic, but you also could not.
Okay, let me put it to you another way. How many life and death fights have you been in since you had your crystals?
Well, the thing is, I might have had my chrysalis in the dreaming. So I lived in the dreaming, or I might have, for a year.
I have lived in most countries in Europe. It doesn't mean I can speak perfect Russian. It
Well,
seems you are too young and too inexperienced with the ways required. Maybe after you've been in his, well, our mutual lord's service, then that when you've been in his care for longer, when he's taught you a few things, then, maybe then, you'll be ready to go on a quest. But you're his ward. He says you're too young.
I'll pipe up at this point and say, well, who else here can heal? That is an important question.
True.
I
Priori-
mean,
But I will say this, and he'll look over to Triori. If any of them want to take him, after my recommendation not to, then the responsibility rests with them, sir. You've had my opinion. Just, that's the boggin passing the buck.
Sorry, Kim, what were you saying?
Cece was just gonna kind of shrug and say, she was a little good with medicine, but not all that much.
the biggest thing is I'm very perceptive to danger. I was able to survive because I'm so careful. You see these ears? And she pulls her ears up, like she shakes them a little bit. I can hear a lot. And it saved me. And if I'm in any danger, I can be a bunny and I can burrow. I can do something.
If you may tell me, very well. You say that you know much about the dreaming. I will accept this premise. If you may tell me 3 facts about the dreaming I do not know, then you may join us. Out of character, that's probably just a simple intelligence dreaming or.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
I'll go ahead.
probably 3 successes to come up with 3 facts.
And you'll roll again. Basically, you'll roll against me to see who gets more successes. To see if I knew what you were going to say or not.
What diff would it be? Just normal 6?
Yeah, just normal 6.
Okay. She has 2 successes. Oh, and no, both of them are 10s.
That was a
So
terrible.
technically,
Sorry, my roll was terrible. Continue.
Shit.
she totally schools you on the dreaming.
Do you have the ability to? Yeah, I was going to say, do you have the spec to have double 10s?
No, I don't think I have. No, not.
Okay.
It would just be 2, but she still schools you because you got like no successes. Actually, -2.
Okay, you've beaten him once.
Okay.
You outwit him 2 more times, and then
She has
ecstasy and
2
agony
successes.
come up. And
Because he's getting angry, I'm going to spend a willpower on this.
Oh, that's a tie.
No, it's not, because I spent a willpower.
Oh.
Angry she getting outsmarted by children is angry she.
Bogan is
One more
quietly
time.
chuckling in the corner.
Yeah, I was going to say, when she get angry, things break.
3 successes.
Why do the dice love you, man? That's on 4 dice, for Christ's sake. Son of a bitch.
She really wants to go. So that's a tie.
Who? Hang on. Weird question. Who would count as defender in this case?
She is attempting to convince you, so you really count as the defender.
Okay.
Because
So,
she's socially attacking you.
yeah, that is a fair point. So in that case, it slips to Triori, I'm afraid, as defender.
Okay. So then she'll do it one more time and she already like outsmarted you once, so she's really trying. Oh, no successes. So I'd say she's
I'm so tempted to ask Sean to use my legend but I've got legend. It's like legendary personality or something like that. The one that lets me once per chapter basically go, I have the attribute of my first age self, to just get Merlin's dreaming lore, so I can roll like 15 dice and be like, bitch, what?
Living legend, yeah, it's a good one.
It is a good one. But no, I'm not going to do that. But I am going to spend a willpower because I'm going to win.
I mean, she got 0 successes this time.
I know, but oh yeah, there was a schooling in there because there's a difference of 4. Yep. So he smiles and says, "You know a decent amount, little one, but not enough."
Well, you know a lot more than me, and you had the odds stacked to your favor. Being a 9-year-old changeling and knowing this much about the dreaming, and knowing at least one fact more than you.
Little one,
That is something.
little one, you are a 9-year-old changeling. You have seen nothing of the world. You will learn in time. Other people here might not have been our kind very long, but they are older than you. They have more life experience.
I may understand that, but just because you are older doesn't mean you're wiser.
I'll pipe up at this point, and you can
I'll
see
vouch for that one.
that the satyr's demeanor has changed from cheery to guarded. And he will say, is the option for sponsoring still on the table?
No. I swore an oath to protect this child, unless you wish to take the oath from me and be her guardian.
I'll kind of nod and say I would be amenable to that.
He quirks an eyebrow, and he says, "So you wish to relieve me of my oath in favor of yourself?"
Yes.
Done. I do believe that there is actual oath that you have to swear now. Give me a second. Tiger, you can correct me if I'm wrong there. I think there is actually a written one. Yep, I was going to say the oath of accepting the burden. On an out of character note, you can actually just see Elizabeth jumping up and down behind the door, shouting, "I'm free! I'm free!"
Which-
you want me to see if it's in C20? Look it up for you.
I got it up.
Oath
Let me.
of the
I'll just copy and
accepting
paste it.
burden, page 265 sequence.
Sorry, what was that, guys? You all kind of talked at once there. What page are we on?
I'm copying and pasting it to the chat.
Okay.
If it'll let me. There we go. There you go. It's inside chat.
Okay, give me a moment.
By the way, what did Cece do when she saw the 9-year-olds talk back to the city?
I mean, she's just sitting there looking rather amused.
By the way, does your I know your changeling's quite young, so would he know this oath, or will Triori say it and you can repeat it?
I actually have no idea if you know it or not, but he does have Changeling Lore 1.
If push comes to shove, the Bogan with it like that.
In that case, what he'll do is
Honestly, you're a changeling. They kind of come up with oaths all the time. You can just kind of say this one rolled off your tongue.
yeah, that's fair.
So, yeah. In a very stormy tone, I say, lay down your burden, and I will take it up. No matter how long the road, how dark the night, or how dangerous the peril, I shall bear this for you until all roads come to an end, or the need is over. I shall take care of Lucy as my ward instead, else may the road cease to lie beneath my feet.
And
If
the
you
other she
added-
will nod and say, "It has been witnessed."
Very well then.
All the while he's saying it, he's just glaring at Triori.
Very
Right.
well then. Triori smiles, and he says, "In that case, it is no longer my responsibility if the child comes to the dreaming or does not." And he points at you with a single black fingernail, and he says, "However, should she fall in the dreaming, it is your responsibility to protect her."
Protect her I will. That is a responsibility I take upon myself.
Thank you, Coco.
Just 1 second. Sorry, I just have to. Sir, I'd like to point out, the door just kind of bursts open. You've made me the happiest woman on earth. I'm legit. This is like an orgasm mixed with a Cosmo, mixed with a new life, mixed with a new hip, and finding out you don't have cancer. This is the
We get
greatest-
it! You're a bitch! Shut the fuck up!
Jill ended very
Henry will
calm.
stand up.
What just happened?
Stand up. He'll pull a foam tennis ball out of his pocket. He's not surprised where he got it. He'll hold it out to Lucy.
Sorry, what was that? What was that, Anthony? I didn't hear the very last part of that.
He's holding out a foam tennis ball to Lucy. Is she going to take it?
Lucy's getting a foam tennis ball held out to her, apparently.
Oh, yeah, she'll probably take it, not even thinking about it.
In that case, when she takes it, he'll just lean over and go, throw it at Elizabeth. She deserves it.
Lucy throws it at Elizabeth. Okay, so I'm gonna have to. I might miss, but would that be Dex Athletics since I'm throwing it?
Yep.
Yes. When Elizabeth says that, I kind of just turn to her slowly, and I have this very carefully guarded look at my face and say, yes, I do realize you can return the shovel and the shotgun from where you bought it.
She got 2 successes.
The ball bounces off Elizabeth's forehead because it's a foam ball. He just kind of looks down and shrugs. By the way, I will point out that out of character basis, no one knew about the shovel and the shotgun.
Oh, I thought you had mentioned it in the last scene. With the Baron. I thought you said that out loud, so if you didn't...
If she did, it was, yeah, no. Actually, you know what? Play it as she did, and she'll smile and say, oh, that's wonderful. I think Amazon has a 24-hour return policy. And she'll very calmly close the doors behind her. Well, that was indeed interesting. Triori says, I feel as though you might be a better fit, Lucy, with Mr. Roscoe here than you are with me.
Lucy just kind of looks at you, and she says, I appreciate all that you've done for me anyways.
He smiles. Now then, gentlemen, I do believe that myself and Mr. Ironright have other business that we need to do today. So, would you mind, please? We will, of course, talk to you all later as it pertains to arranging this quest. And, Miss Lucy, if you are indeed under the protection of Mr. Roscoe, you are more than welcome to join us.
Lucy follows Corey. She probably takes the clothes that she has too. She'll be like, you bought it for me, it's mine now.
Once everything is situated, I will also take the car seats.
As you all file out of his study, Triori will basically he'll walk up to the red cap again, and he'll say, as I've said, if you require anything, you will let me know. Yeah.
Of course. Thank you for your hospitality.
By all means. Until we meet again. The door will close after everyone has left, and Triori will walk back behind his desk and pour himself a glass of wine that he'll twirl around his hands. And before looking at the bargain and saying, 5 dross says the rabbit puka's dead by the end of the first day.
I'll take that bet. I predict she makes it to the secondary preferred then.
Rude.
With that,
Rude.
he'll kind of salute with the glass. And we'll call the scene there. So thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. Have a good evening.